Welcome back. This is your Excel hands-on test review, and we have just finished up instruction part 1. We're ready to start on part 2, and in this part we're going to be drawing a pie chart that has a 3D visual effect. You can see that on the last page of your test what the final product will look like, and it's going to show the monthly contribution to the 6-month operating income. So first of all, we have to select what we want in our chart. So we're going to select the non-adjacent cells of A3 through G3. So I'm going to select A3 through G3. And then I want to select A9 through G13. So be sure you hold Control to get A9. Oops, I lost it. Okay, let me start over. A3 through G3 to get my month names. I'm going to hit Control, and then I'm going to select all of my individual expenses, which is in B9 through G13. I'm going to click on the chart button, so I'm going to go to Insert, Recommended Charts, and it's going to show me some charts that it recommends for me. I want the clustered column chart. So here's my clustered column chart. I'll click on it and I will hit OK. Once my chart is displayed, I'm going to hit the Move Chart button, which should come up here on your ribbon. I'm going to move it to a new sheet, and I'm going to name that sheet Clustered Column Chart. And hit OK. It's going to go ahead and move that. I want to recolor this tab, so I'm going to right click on my tab, go to Tab Color, and the color it recommends I use is a blue, so just choose one. Okay, whenever I click off of it, okay, so it's blue. So I want to then move it so that my worksheet is in front of my chart. So I'm going to click onto the semi-annual worksheet tab. I'm going to drag that little piece of paper until it's in front of my clustered column chart tab and release. So that rearranged the order. Okay. Next, I'm going to edit my chart title. So I'm going to my chart page. And my chart title is up here. If you do not have a chart title showing, because you're using the old Excel, you're going to need to go to the correct tab so that you can add the chart element for the title, which I believe is under your Layout tab. And our chart title is going to be called Semi-Annual Financial Projection - Your Name. Okay, I just lost mine, so I'll hit Undo. Lost my chart title. Okay, there's my chart title. Let's see if I can get in it. Semi-annual Okay, I have my title on my chart finally. Okay, next it wants me to add the data labels from the outside end of each column. So if you're in the new Excel, it's pretty simple. Clicked on my chart, I should get the plus sign, and I'm going to go to my data labels, check mark my data labels, hit the arrow over to say where to display them, and I want the outside end. If you do not have the plus sign because you're in the old Excel, you're going to have to go up to, I believe, your Layout tab and insert your data labels. Okay, next I'm going to change my chart style. So I'm going to be on my design tab, and I want my chart style to be style 8, which looks like this one. If you're using the old Excel, you may not have chart style 8 that looks like this one, so pick one that looks very similar. Okay, my title, I want to change the font on it, so I'm going to select all the words. I can do it with my laptop. Okay, I'm going to go to my Home tab, and I'm going to change the font style to Cambria. I'm going to make it bold. I'm going to make it yellow, and I'm going to put an underline under it. Okay, so there is now my chart. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. I am finished with part 2, so I'm going to go on to part 3. Part 3 says in this part of the exercise you're going to analyze 3 different cases involving changes to the assumptions in the worksheet and the goal seek on the total operating income by varying the margin assumption. So you're going to do the following. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to save the file with a new name. So File, Save As, put it where you can find it. I recommend wherever you put your other one. This time I'm just going to, instead of it saying Excel Test, I'm going to say Excel Test Part 3 hyphen my name and hit save. When I turn this in, I'll be turning in 2 different files. Using the numbers in the table, right here is the table that you're going to be looking for your numbers in. We are going to analyze the effect of changing the assumptions in rows 20 through 25 on the total operating income located in cell H16. So really all this is saying is that I'm going to be changing some of these numbers, which is going to change this number. And I just noticed my date has hashtags, so I want to make sure that I fix that. Oops. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is for case 1, we're going to do all of case 1, then all of case 2, then all of case 3. I'm just going to work through case 1 with you. For my commission, it says I'm going to change my commission rate to 4.75%. I'm going to change my margin to 48. Oops. Okay, getting the margin row to 48.95%. I'm going to change my marketing to 6.75. My research to 1.75. And I'm changing my support, general, and administrative to 17.25%. Okay, what I'm going to do next, since I have finished putting in my numbers for case 1, is I am going to answer what is the operating income for case 1. So for case 1, my operating income is going to be $28,000. I'm going to type these answers on a new tab, so I'm going to insert a new tab. I'm going to name my new tab answers. And I'm just going to, up here in cell A1, I'm going to type case 1. And I'm going to go back and type in 28,513. Can't remember what the rest of it was. Let's go back and look. 648.61. Okay, I recommend writing that on a piece of paper before you start, and I'm going to go ahead and just make that into $1. So then I would do the same thing for case 2 and for case 3. So I'm going to answer all those questions on this tab. Okay, the next thing, step 3 says I'm going to use the goal seek command to determine the margin percentage that is located in cell B21 that would result from a semi-annual operating income of $45,000 in cell H16. And I will then record that. So I'm going to click on the number that I want to set. So I want to set the 45,000 here for my total operating income. So that's where I'm going to be clicked, is in cell H16. I'm going to go to my data tab. I'm going to go to my what if analysis, choose goal seek, and it says I want to set H16 to 45 million, I guess it is. So make sure you get all your zeros. By changing which cell, I'm going to be changing cell B21, which is going to be my margin percentage, and hit OK, and hit OK. So it looks like B21, my margin would become 66.49. I'm going to go ahead over to my answers, and I'm going to type goal seek, and I'm going to put in my new commission rate, or my new margin rate, which is 66.49%. Okay. I will save again, and I will be turning in both parts of this test either onto Blackboard or onto Schoolology. And that's it. Go ahead and join me for the next videos where I will read through all of your objective test questions.